So how many properties did you end up purchasing? Three? Great. Can we have a look at them?
Sure. They're all the same. All the same block.
Hopefully they're not upside down like that. But check it out.
Yep, they're all the same.
Cool. So what are these? Describe these properties to me.
They're a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom condo. 42,000.
42,000. Once again, you pay more for a car, right?
That's right. In Australia, you do, don't you?
Thanks, mate. Appreciate it. Kerry, you're over in the USA purchasing properties. So tell me more about your experience so far at the Property for Australians event.
Okay, an amazing event. I learnt so much and I've come away with 2 properties and I'm very happy.
Great, let's have a look.
There we go. One's a 4-bedroom property and one's a 3-bedroom property.
Wow, so tell us more about these properties.
My goodness. What can I say about them? I don't really know.
How much did you purchase them for?
89,000.
Each?
Yep.
Wow,
Yep.
that's an amazing purchase. 89,000. You can't even get a deposit for that.
You
in
can't
Australia,
even
right?
get a deposit. That's exactly right.
And how old are these properties?
I'm not quite sure, but I think they're quite young.
Quite young.
Quite young.
Great. Hey mate, how you doing? What's your name?
Yeah, good. Glenn McAuliffe.
Glenn, mate, tell us about your experience at the 21st Century Property for Australians event.
Yeah, mate, it was awesome. We've had an awesome time, and I just found the whole process, although there was a heap of information to take in, but the whole process has been really well explained and smooth running. It's been great.
Awesome, mate. So you purchased a property in Phoenix, Arizona?
I did, yes.
Great. Show us your property.
One property. There we go.
Mate, that looks really nice. Tell us more about it.
Well, picked up that one at 76,000. Market value before the property crash was around 220, and we've got about a 10.5% net return on it.
Mate, how many bedrooms? How many bathrooms?
3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms.
Mate, that looks like it's not far from the city there either.
Yeah, no, pretty close to the city. Yeah, so no, it's all good.
Wow, mate. How do you feel about that property?
Yeah, awesome. Haven't laid eyes on it, but I don't really care. The figures are good. That's all that matters.
So the figures are good. So would you recommend this to other Aussies and Kiwis too?
Absolutely. Yep. No, it's been awesome.
Okay. How are you enjoying the USA Property for Australians event?
Absolutely awesome. Mind-blowing. Mind-blowing, yeah.
Great. So tell us about today.
Today's been a very tense and exciting day as we got to select our properties, and it's kind of anxious, hoping that someone wasn't going to pick my actual property, but very relieved to finally get it, and so it's just kind of big relief. I'm just sitting back, just enjoying it now, just enjoying it.
So show us your property, mate.
Yeah, sure.
Mate, tell us a little bit more about that property.
Okay, it's just I start off with a little 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom condo, and I thought that would just be a nice entry point into the US market.
When you say nice entry point, how much did that cost you?
Oh, mate, for this one, I think it was $42,000.
$42,000.
That's all.
Mate, that's you can't even get half a deposit for that these days,
No,
right?
no, that's right. I heard you couldn't even pour a slab where I come from. You couldn't. I wouldn't even pay for stamp duty in some places where I come from. So I'm just
So let me get this right. You bought a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom apartment or a condo with a pool there for less than stamp duty.
Exactly. Access to a pool, little, kids play area. Very good property managers, which is really, really important. Probably number one, on the criteria list. So I'm very happy with who's running the whole complex.
Would you recommend other Aussies try it?
Look, if you can get yourself to it's a little bit of cash, I would suggest forget the banks, forget whatever you think about doing, but definitely get into property in the US.
What's your name?
Kelly.
So Kelly, you're in the USA, in Phoenix, Arizona, at the 21st Century USA for Property events.
I hope that's where I am.
So tell me a little bit more about what you've learned here so far.
Oh, God. Where do I start? I've learned how to invest in the US, everything that's needed in terms of legalities, every process that you need to go through, every contact that you need to do that. I've learnt how amazing, the market is over here compared to our market. I've met some amazing people, even in the group as well as speakers. Hang out with some amazing people. It's just been fantastic.
Great. So what have you done in these 3 days again?
Lent.
Right, so you've actually created a bank account as well?
Yes, I've created a bank account. I've opened 2 LLCs. I've purchased a property.
Now, show us your property.
Now
Hang
on, this is the first time my husband's hearing about this.
Tell us a little bit more about this property that you purchased.
Okay, this is a townhouse condo. So it's 3 bedroom, 2 bathroom.
Wow.
And I purchased it for $41,000.
So you purchased, let me get this right. So you purchased a how many bedroom?
3 bedroom, 2 bathroom.
Right.
Condo.
For
Townhouse.
For how much?
$41,000.
$41,000. Right.
It is in Phoenix.
It's in Phoenix itself?
Yep.
Wow. And how do you feel about this purchase?
Pretty impressed. Everyone else said that they wanted this one.
Oh, so you got your first dibs on it.
I
Congratulations.
got the first dibs. Yep.
So what was the process like when you purchased it? How did the purchase work?
We all got ranked in order in terms of our membership with 21st Century, and then when we joined 21st Century. Starting from the gold members who had joined for the longest, they got first bid. They got to choose the property. As we went down the list, if the property was gone, you'd choose your second or third choice.
Great. So would you say it's a fairly fair process?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah,
Great.
It was a really good process.
Hi, I'm Michelle O'Connor, and I'm here in Phoenix on the 21st Century Property USA tour, and it's been an unbelievable experience. I think I've learned more in the last, I think it's only 5 days, than I had.
Actually, it's been 3.
3 days, there you go, 3 days. Then I would have probably doing my own research over a year. The people that we've been engaged with is just been incredible. And even for those people who haven't bought a property, I think that the amount of information they now have to enable them to buy a property is so amazing that, it's a piece of cake now when they go back home. Much easier than purchasing in Australia, that's for sure. So it's been wonderful.
Right, Michelle, so you're one of the lucky few that actually did manage to snag a couple of bargains.
I did.
Let's see your wares.
So there's my 2.
Right.
This one's upside down.
One's upside down as well.
Oh, it is too. So I have a condo, which I've purchased for cash flow reasons, and then I've purchased a house, which is for my capital growth. So I've tried to diversify my 2 purchases. It was funny, I've sent an email to my husband saying, yes, I got one in round 1, yes, got one in round 2. And he sent back saying, is there a 3rd round? I'm like, no, enough's enough for the moment. But I now have the skills and information to buy another one as soon as I'm ready, and that probably be within another couple of months. So it's
So
great.
did you enjoy the process of purchasing property?
The process was absolutely fantastic. Yes. So having the education first, doing all of that, even though people were maybe a little bit impatient about wanting to get out there and see the properties, you have to do your due diligence. So that was really good, and then getting out and seeing it, and then having today going through the checklist, because I was getting a little confused. But the other thing for me too, having Warren available on site was amazing, because I'm heading off overseas on the Monday after we get back, so I had to set up the structures and all that here. So that was absolutely fantastic, and I feel very lucky to have had Warren here.
Great. So would you say it was a great experience purchasing these properties?
It was a great experience, and I would recommend it to anybody else.
So now that you know how to purchase property in the USA, would you say it's an easier experience purchasing property in the USA as compared to Australia?
Yes. I think I made the comment even before you asked the question that this is so much easier than purchasing in Australia. And even the USA guys probably are starting to understand a little bit of the complexity we have in Australia and why it takes so long to get things done, but very easy, and you can do things in a week here. So it's fantastic. I've always enjoyed coming to America, and now I'll enjoy it even more as a tax deduction.
So you had a look at your first property on the 21st Century tour?
Yep.
How'd you enjoy it?
It's good. It's actually nice to, sort of see the product after the couple of days of education. And I was impressed with the quality of the property. I like the fact that it's going to be, it's more, they can take care of things here for you, so it's a turnkey solution.
So how much was the property again?
About $39K.
$39K, that's how much cars cost in Australia, right?
That's right. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to seeing this area because, and also that the yields here are quite high. I just worked out it's about 14%.
Great.
So that's nice. If you want a cash flow investment, these places are good, and they're easy to maintain, which is good if you're remote in Australia, particularly for your first one. I think it's a nice, safe entry point into the market for someone who's a bit nervous about investing in the US. This kind of looks like a real safe bet for your first time. So I'm happy.
So just once again, Ian, first impressions, mate.
They look really, really good. I'm looking, if I can do finance and restructuring, I'll probably hopefully get about 2 of the lower end just to start off with, you know, just to get my foot in the door in the market. Yeah. And who knows where I can go from there.
What about building standards compared to Australian standards?
They're really, really good. I'm like, I would probably live in them myself if I was moving down here. That's how good they are.
Nice, and happy for them to be fairly confident that tenanted, obviously, tenanted is a part of the stipulation, but
yeah, I was overhearing and they said they got a really, really good strict screening program for them all, and the way they've actually structured themselves at the moment, so rent's not too high or too low, so the rent's basically where we as Aussies actually want them. Yeah. So they're not going to be too high, not too low. People actually want to move in there because of the price range.
Yep. Nice. Thanks, mate. So, first impressions of properties in the US, in Phoenix?
I love these condos. They're fantastic.
Yeah?
Yep, I think they're a good buy.
Compared to Australian property?
Cheap.
Cheap?
Yeah, but the surrounds and stuff are pretty nice. Yep. Compared to Australia, I think. You know, pools and parks and stuff like that.
Better than you expected?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yep.
Thank you.
Amazing prices, yeah.
Central external entry?
Yeah, and I love the playground and the swimming pool. I think that's really good, a really good addition, yeah.
Nice,
yeah.
Thank you. First impressions of Phoenix property?
Yeah, no, very good. It's going very good, looks great, very livable. Very roomy, which I'm very surprised about. And look, it scrubs up well. There's good features and fantastic. Yeah, no, I think that if you look, they're tenanted as well, so that's a bonus. So the people will just move in. It's not for us to live in, and that's one thing that I've actually learned since being on this trip. Will people be able to live in these?
Yeah, and you believe they will?
Yeah, totally. Look, it's pretty full. We've spoken to some local people. They love this area. The management of this place has changed, so things have really improved. So, going good job.
Good stuff. Initial impressions of Phoenix property?
Nice.
Nice?
Yeah, very nice.
Compared to Australian building standards?
Yeah, they're a lot better than some of the developments in Melbourne.
Yeah. Nice.
Good. Impressive how quickly they can do the renovations. And yeah, it's good that they can do that for us, I suppose, because 20,000 is probably not something we could come up with. That's what's costing them to do renos.
Guys, come on, let's go.
It's good.